The night was supposed to mark a fresh start, our first gathering in the new house, a symbol of the future we were meant to build together. Friends, colleagues, and neighbors filled the place with chatter, gifts, and bottles of wine. I moved between the grill and the front door, making sure everyone felt welcome. I was proud of the home, the moment, and the marriage I believed I had. Emma drifted through the rooms like she owned the night. She was radiant, full of charm, drawing attention wherever she went. I assumed she was just being an excellent host, but she was really preparing the stage for the worst humiliation of my life. From the beginning, something felt off. She kept disappearing into the hallway or ducking into the kitchen, speaking quietly into her phone, pretending to check appetizers or drinks even though everything was already set. Whenever I approached, she'd give me a bright, quick smile, touch my arm, then slip away before I could say anything meaningful. I told myself she was just anxious. Crowds always made her fidgety. Then Adrian arrived, her coworker. Young, fit, confident. The kind of man people notice without trying. And Emma noticed him more than anyone else. Her whole demeanor shifted the second he walked in. She lit up in a way she hadn't for me in a long time. They stood in a corner talking, leaning in close, sharing whispers and laughs. Their shoulders brushed more than once. It wasn't just me who caught it. Guests exchanged looks, some awkward, some sympathetic. One of my friends quietly asked, "Are you two good?" I forced a smile and ignored the weight in my chest. But everything became undeniable when I walked down the hallway and saw Adrian's hand glide across the small of her back, lingering just a moment too long. And she didn't move away. She smiled. I confronted her softly, asking if we could talk outside. She crossed her arms, rolled her eyes, and snapped loudly, "Not now. Stop ruining the night." The tone alone cut deep. I stepped outside alone, trying to breathe, trying to hold myself together. When I went back in, everything fell apart. I walked into the living room and found Emma at the center of a tense circle of guests. Her face was red, her eyes blazing, and Adrian stood beside her, far too close. Someone must have asked a question because suddenly she erupted. With shaking hands, she pointed straight at me and shouted, "Fine. Yes. I'm sleeping with him. He's better than you. Now get out." The room fell silent. A few people gasped. Someone whispered, "What is she doing?" I felt something inside me break, but I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I didn't plead. I just looked at her, took one steady breath, and walked out the door. Everyone stepped aside, as if I were invisible. My silence was the one thing she didn't expect, and it destroyed her. The moment the door shut, the guests turned on her. A coworker muttered, "That was disgusting." A neighbor shook his head. Someone else said, "You humiliated your husband for what?" Adrian backed away from her, his face pale. "I never agreed to any of this," he snapped. "You're out of your mind." Then he left too, abandoning her in front of everyone. Within minutes, most of the guests had gone. The celebration ended in disaster. Emma was left standing alone in the living room of the house I paid for, surrounded by spilled drinks, half-eaten food, and the fallout of her own meltdown. That night she called again and again, 27 times. She sent long, rambling messages and tearful voice notes, claiming she hadn't meant any of it, that she only wanted attention, that she was drunk, that she didn't know why she said those things. But she did. She showed everyone exactly who she was. I didn't go back. The next morning, after hearing about the chaos, her parents found her curled on the couch, crying in the wreckage of the party. The house was silent, except for the remains of the marriage she had destroyed with her own hands. She wanted drama. She wanted control.
She wanted him.
But she ended up with the one thing she never expected. Nothing at all.